Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the State of Grace live podcast. The music in the intro is a little different than usual because apparently I forgot to put the music on the video. So that was really soft, Mystery Man. That was like very, like super chill. It set a very chill vibe, which I like. I like chill vibes very much. So today I have an amazing guest. I always have amazing guests, but today he's extra amazing because this man has done so much in the entertainment industry. You've seen him on the new hit Marvel series WandaVision, on the Coen Brothers. I can't talk today. Coen Brothers, A Serious Man, on Lake Bell's Inner World, which he was brilliant in that. I loved him in that movie. Fargo, Casual Girls, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Lying and Stealing, and 7 Woody Allen films, more than any other actor besides Mia Farrow and Woody himself. So please welcome to the virtual stage, Fred Melamed.
Thank you, Grace. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you. Pleasure
How
to be
have
with you.
you been? I interviewed you like in 2020 or 2021, I remember. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the short answer is, pretty good. Some bumps and some interesting things, and I'm divorced since I last talked to you.
Yes, I
Uh,
heard. Yes.
Generally things are good. I'm happy to report.
Excellent.
I'm sure
I'm
we'll get into it in more depth as we talk, but generally things
definitely.
are good. Yeah.
Definitely. And I love that before we were talking and you said, when you live a long life, you have a lot of challenges. So,
Yes, all kinds of things. All
yeah.
kinds of things. And I gather that the sort of thematically, the thing that ties these interviews together is that we talk about the things that people struggle with in life and how they cope with them and how to approach them or what's worked, what hasn't worked, what the perspective is of people who've had to struggle with certain things.
Yes.
Um, I guess that's kind of the general direction of the show, and there's plenty to talk about in that bailiwick for sure.
Absolutely. And when we were talking like a week ago, you were talking about, and also on the other podcast that we did, Love at First Laugh, during the pandemic, um, you were talking about being adopted and how that has impacted your life.
Mm.
Right? So, how did growing up with this understanding shape your identity and perspective on family and belonging to a family? How did that affect you?
Well, I wouldn't generalize about it, about people who are adopted, because within that community, there are all kinds of different experiences that
Of
people have.
course.
So, but,
Absolutely.
but my particular experience, I'm happy to talk about.
Yes.
I was adopted at the age of 2 days old. The parents
Wow.
who adopted me had been married for about 10 years prior to that,
Okay.
weren't able to have children, wanted to have a child, and so I was adopted. Um, That was in 1956. My
Mhm.
parents were married in 46, right after World War II. Um, my growing up was complicated, in that there was much good about it, and my parents were bright and interesting people, talented. I had a difficult relationship with my mother for most of my
Really?
life. Yeah. Um, it's difficult to explain why, but I'll try and kind of encapsulate it. Summarize it.
Yes.
She was a person very much wanted to have children. She was the baby in her family, her own family. But for her, having children was kind of like a seal of approval. It was a mark of her adulthood, her belonging,
Mhm.
her achievement, her being a person of some importance. Um, but she was very, very. It was very difficult for her to discriminate between what was good for her and what was good for anybody else, and in particular, what was good for me.
Mm.
She was very, very volcanic with her emotions.
Mm.
As people say today, no filter. All kinds of things would come out of
Yeah.
her mouth, um,
Yeah.
often without much concern, or apparently without much concern for the effect they would have on other people.
Yes.
And I was very adored for much of my childhood, but I was also given a very clear kind of message that it was highly conditional.
Really? How
Yes.
so? Like, did
Well,
they say it, or
did I what?
did they say that to you? Like, this
Well,
is
they didn't put it quite so clumsily as that. It
yes.
was very clear to me. If I behaved in a certain way,
Uh-huh.
as if I were happy with things, and particularly happy with the way that I was being treated, I was, I was a wonderkind. I was the answer to everything. I was kind of super praised, which of course I enjoyed, and liked
Yeah.
having that power.
Who doesn't, right?
Yeah. And I was very smart. I went to a kind of a genius school in New York. I went to Hunter College Elementary School, which is a school for gifted children. And
Nice.
I displayed, some talents that were, noticeably advanced for somebody very young. At the same time, um, when I was unhappy with anything, uh, my mother took that rather personally and as a kind of a mark of failure, and made no bones about indicating to me, that she was unhappy about that, and that not only was she unhappy, but my usefulness had to do with making her feel good about herself.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sounds a
And
little bit like narcissism, right?
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
narcissism is not, narcissism is kind of like the way, is now this sort of coverall. There's 9 million websites about narcissism and narcissistic people and all
Yeah.
that. But I mean, what does narcissism actually mean? I don't mean, people can describe it in a personal sense, but what
Yeah.
does it mean from a more in a more in a deeper sense? Well, I think what it means really is that the person has trouble, as I describe my mother,
Mhm.
discriminating between where she ended and where other people began, and
Yeah.
discriminating because of that, uh, in her own mind, about what would make her happy, versus what might make somebody else happy.
Yes.
So that's the way I was raised, it was made clear to me that, if I was doing my job, which was to make her feel good about herself and her mothering abilities and her beauty, other things about her, very beautiful woman, my mother.
Really?
Um, but if I deviated from that, I wasn't only, it wasn't that I was kind of, uh, not appreciated. It was kind of like, we don't need you. Like, there's the door.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was quite, dramatic. So
Yeah.
what happened as a result was, and my mother was so, so powerful in her expressions of things, in the way she, her passions, her
Yes.
likes and dislikes, that at a very early age, really an early age, I felt like I had to, remove myself from her embrace, from her grasp.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would be completely subsumed. I'd be completely run over by
Yeah.
her. She was a super powerful
Yeah.
being. So I had to pull myself away at an age when I was so young, the prospect of not, of removing myself from love, sustenance, feeding, care, all that stuff, was very frightening. And the effect that it had on me, was that it made me self-reliant, and it made me very resourceful, and it made me use my intellect a lot. But it also inclined me to put a kind of a wall up inside
Yeah.
myself, uh, because I think if I ever loved anybody that intensely, that powerfully, that much without protection,
Yes.
that, the danger of them, the power that they had to completely, squash me,
Yes. I
was
understand.
was
Yeah.
profound, was enormous.
Yes. Absolutely.
So I lived much of my life with that paradigm, that model,
Yes.
as a model for my life, which made me have a kind of a loneliness, a lasting solitariness,
Mhm.
which, um, was very painful, and yet it was something that was my doing.
Absolutely.
It was my doing.
Because you
And
couldn't trust other people, and did you feel that you couldn't trust other people?
well, in a general sense, I could trust other people, but when it came to intense
Emotions, yeah.
love relationships,
Yeah.
particularly romantic relationships,
Yes.
um, there was a kind of a, I would tend to get involved with people where the limitations on the relationship were pre-existed, were clear.
Hmm.
I chose people who sometimes weren't great choices
Yeah.
because there was an implicit danger of me giving myself or opening myself up to somebody that totally. So this is a long story, but it's only I'm 68 years old now. It's only in the recent years of my life
Hmm.
that I've really experienced um, uh, some serious perforations in that wall, and have
Wow.
allowed people to really come in and me to get out to a degree where that loneliness no longer pervades my consciousness.
Wow. And what do you think helped you make that switch or change that?
Well, a lot of things.
Okay.
Um, Over 30 years of psychotherapy, of good psychotherapy with people that are very good at it, who are really good, not, people that tell you to do, I don't know, tell you to, I don't know, run a mile or read some good books or, real serious psychotherapy. And I was in a 12-step program for a problem that I had with food. I used to weigh over 400 pounds. I'm hardly thin today, but in my 30s, I was over 400 pounds.
Wow.
Another partly manifestation of that aloneness. People who are overweight like that, well, not everybody, but I should say,
Sure.
um, you know, food is something whose effect, you understand the effect that food will have on you. You don't know what's inside somebody else. You know what's inside a bag of Doritos. You don't know what's inside somebody else.
Yes.
And, you know, food produced in me the normal pleasure that food produces in other people, but
Yes.
also other things, a kind of satiety, a kind of relaxation, a kind of
Mhm.
something to do with anxiety and depression that made life worth living on a very temporary basis. But the problem with any substance is you may love it, but it doesn't really love you back.
Yes.
It harms you, or at least it did me. And not only that, it can't give you what you really are yearning for, which is the heart and soul of somebody else.
Exactly.
Anyway, I was in a 12-step program to deal with that, and I had a good result. I wouldn't say that I'm cured. I
Hmm.
wouldn't say I'm cured of any of it. But what actually
Yeah.
happens in life is, at least in my experience,
Hmm.
that you learn, you start observing what you do. You start becoming more aware of what you do and what the patterns are that you tend to follow unconsciously. Let me give you an example, just to make it clear to people that are listening. So, have you ever known somebody, as I have,
Hmm.
where I knew a woman in college, like, for example, it's a lovely girl, really smart, beautiful, great person, just terrific person. And she had this boyfriend that was really a jerk.
Mm.
I mean, he was like, he dissed her a lot. He was very kind of dismissive of her, and they went out for a long time. And all of our friends, all of our, she was part of a bunch of my friends, like my group of, 6 or 7 friends. And all of my friends would say, what's I don't get it. What is I don't why does she seeing him? It doesn't make any sense to me. And
Yeah.
finally, after like 2 years, she finally got rid of him. She finally, I don't know what happened, but she finally dumped him.
Good.
He dumped her or whatever. And then she had a new boyfriend. And everybody said, oh, great. Finally, she has a new boyfriend. Well, strangely enough, the new boyfriend, although he was different in some ways, in some important ways, he was very much a replay of the same thing. Now,
Yeah.
why? Why?
Patterns, trauma.
Right. But why do people follow certain scripts? And sometimes they're not even aware of it. I'll get, talking about in the realm of people that we are attracted to or want or love, you know, if your mind is a certain way and you think you deserve a certain thing or you fit
Right.
into a certain thing, somebody could walk in front of you who's totally wonderful and you won't even see them. You won't even perceive them as being in your dimension.
That is true.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? So much of it has to do, well, I'm not saying anything very new or very sage here, but so much of life has to do with your subjective mindset.
Mhm.
I remember when I was a young guy, well, to me, a young guy, I was in my 30s, and I was making a shitload of money. I was the voice of CBS Sports. I was making, $8,000 a week. No
Oh,
responsibility.
nice.
Yeah, and that's that's
That's
18,000
back then. I know.
back then. That's like $20,000 a week now. Something like
Exactly.
big money. And
Yes.
and no, not married, no kids, no responsibilities of that kind. And I remember going to the bank. This make some people angry. I remember going to the bank with my big check and thinking, you know, this is great. I'm making all this money and I'm very well respected in my field and people like me. And I fucking hate my life. I hate it. It's
Mm.
awful. It stinks. It's wasted on me. All this opportunity, all this money, all this everything else. It just sucks. Well, I say this because the truth of the matter is, of course, I was grateful to be making money, and it's wonderful to make money. I'm not deriding it or putting it down. It's
Of
great.
course. Of course.
So if you don't have it, it teaches you how important money is.
Yeah.
But
Fact.
the truth is, if you're in a good frame of mind, you walk down the street, it's a nice day, your song comes on that you like, you see a handsome guy, you see a bird, and you think, how can I forget? Life is so beautiful. How
Yeah.
can I forget? And the opposite is also true. You could be making 20 grand a week and have a super duper house and everything else. And you go, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? My life is just, it's not, I should be happy, but I'm not even anywhere near happy. It's,
Yeah.
it's hollow. It sucks. And I can't get out of it. I can't get out of it. All the things I know to get out of it aren't working. I say this just because life is so life is so huge that any generalization you make about it is true. If you say life is unfair, a piece of shit, horrible things happen to people that they don't deserve, and it's all torture, and then you die, you're correct. It is. You're right. And it's also true that it's an unbelievable adventure that we're lucky to have with incredible beauty. That's also true. Life
Yeah.
is huge.
It's how
And
you look at it. We create our own reality. We
exactly.
really do. Because, like
Exactly.
you said, it can go both ways.
Exactly. So the
Like,
question is, if if your reality that you've created or that you're in is not helping, it's not serving, it's not serving to make you enjoy life or appreciate life,
yeah.
what can you do about it? Well, that's a good question. But I think there's two basic ideas that I think really work. The first one is, and this one is really important, you are responsible for your own life.
Yes.
You own your own life. It doesn't mean that everything that's wrong in your life is your fault,
Correct.
but you're the only one who can do anything about it, even
Yes.
if it's not your fault. In the end, you're the only one who can make a difference uh, to change its state if you want to change it. So that's one really important thing. And sometimes people go a long time. It's a lot easier to blame other people. And you may be righteous and correct in some of your blaming other people. People can be, horrible.
Yeah.
But in the end, it doesn't matter because the goal is not to be, being right is the booby prize. The goal is to be happy. not to be right.
Absolutely. I don't care about being right. Who's right or who's wrong anyway? It's all subjective.
Well, people often say that in an argument because it's the booby prize. They can't be happy, so they'll take something. So that's one thing. The other thing is, the
Yeah.
other important thing is, a lot of times we are locked into behaviors, patterns of thought and behavior, and we really don't know why. We really, really don't know why. Like
Yeah.
that woman that I went to college with that I was talking about. She didn't want to be that way,
Right.
but she didn't know what it tasted like to do anything else. It was so, a lot of times when we're given love in childhood, it's delivered up with a lot of other things.
Yes.
And the things that it's delivered for, in my case, for example, I was given a lot of correction.
Mm.
You're not doing this right. Here's the right way to do this. You're
Yeah.
doing this wrong. You don't know the traditional way, the right way. Here's the correct way, sweetheart.
Yeah.
So that I was given a lot of that with the love that I was given. So the taste of those two things to me got mixed up.
Absolutely. It's almost like mixed signals.
Right. But it's I had a hard time accepting one without the other.
Absolutely. I
When
totally
somebody
understand.
when somebody fell in love with me or treated me lovingly without giving me all that correction, I kind of
What is
didn't.
wrong with them, right?
Yeah, I kind of didn't trust it. I didn't.
I
You know
know
what I
it's
mean?
in here.
It was weird. It was like didn't make
Yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you think there's something wrong with them. I used to have a comedy bit about like how I thought nice guys were freaks and freaky guys were awesome, because it's the way I kind of had a similar childhood.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, where my mom had gave me mixed signals, and it's very confusing when even with relationships as friends, with people, it's really hard when they love on you. And you're like, what? Like I'm thinking, what do they want? Is that weird? Like I'm thinking they want something from me if they love me. Do you have that?
I think I beat them to the punch. I think I'm always looking to. I think my tendency is to
Yeah.
think that unless I earn it,
Uh-huh.
I have to be incredible in some way. I have to be incredibly talented or solve their problems incredible sexually, as much as as much as I'm capable of that.
That's a lot of
Incredible
pressure.
in some way or another. Otherwise, the me that's underneath is really not all that great. I think I have that problem, that thing. I mean, it's ameliorated. It's not. I mean, I'm better, but I think that's the starting material. I think I'm the type of person who always has to earn it. Do you know what I
Right.
mean by that?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So it's hard for me to tell like, for example, I have a girlfriend who I love, really love. It's a very important relationship. It's the love of my life, and I'm at this age, it's the love
Oh,
of
that
my
is
life.
so cool.
It's great. I'm telling you, it's great.
I'm so happy for
But
you.
thank you. But there's problems. She's
Of course.
just getting divorced. I was divorced, a few years ago. We both were in long-term marriages, and then decided we want to get out of them.
Yeah.
And we have kids, and it's complicated. Anyway, um, I tend to want to solve all of her problems. She has problems like people do,
Yeah.
and we talk about
Yeah.
them. And I think also this is a male female thing. I think
Yeah.
men generally
Hmm.
respond to problems by thinking, well, I must solve it. Here's a solution. Here's a solution.
Yeah. It's like a
How about
savior
doing this
thing.
and this and this? And a lot of times
Yeah.
women, the goal is they just want to communicate it. They just want to be heard.
Yeah.
They're not really necessarily looking for, a brilliant answer.
Yeah.
But,
Just
if you're a man, or me anyway, you always want to solve everything, and then you're going to you'll be appreciated in some more bigger way. I'm wise to this about myself. I know this about myself. It doesn't completely stop the behavior, but there's some intercession of my consciousness between the urge to do it and my doing it. I kind of say to myself, wait a second, slow down, Fred. You don't have to jump in there and be like, Mr. Fix It. And as I say, I'm not always successful, but at least
You try.
there's a moment of pause where I think,
Yes.
wait a second. And the truth is, most people don't want to hear it anyway. They don't want to, they don't want to get your advice unless they ask for it. But
True.
rarely do I get a question of what should I do. It's much, and I'm a person who, I think about things. I think kind of in depth. I'm interested in, part of why I like acting so much is because I'm interested in how people roll. What's their thought process? How do they? I mean, the worst people in the world. I don't think Donald Trump, who I don't like very much, I don't think he gets up and says, "Well, how can I fuck up the world today?"
No, I don't think so.
Even though he does, even though that's kind of what he does, I think he somehow tells himself somehow.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm doing is actually, it might not be, I might not be John F. Kennedy, but it's better for a lot of people. It's it'll he and whether he's right or not, he rationalizes it. Meryl
Absolutely.
Streep, the great Meryl Streep, who went to my drama school, says when you're an actor, you must always defend your characters, not defend them to any judge, but defend them in your own mind. Think as people
Absolutely.
think. So I'm interested in how people, what they tell themselves, how they approach life. So I'm interested in that. It's interesting to me, and people are all different how they do stuff.
Do you think maybe that has something to do with you were trying to figure out those mixed signals when you were a child? And so by being an actor and observing other people, you are learning about humanity and about people and how they relate to people and how they love and how they do anything, how they think, and do it without judgment too. Because as an actor, you can't judge your character, right? You have to defend.
Yeah, I think that I developed an early warning system. I had to have, and I think my inclination to look inside people developed that way. I think I had, I think my strengths lay in that area. So that was a better defense for me than something else. So I was always looking for signs of things.
Right.
And I think that grew into, this kind of interest, I think. And I think with acting, it's there's much that's not healthy about it. I mean, you're looking for you're looking at strangers to give you this kind of message that you're okay, that you're valid, you're valuable.
That is true. And so that ties into your childhood perfectly well. And I think comedians also, I always say, I became a comedian, a stand-up comedian, because it's like, oh, look, mommy, look at me, kind of thing. I always joke about that because it is kind of like, as a performer, I think we're kind of trying to send a message to our parents. I know it sounds weird, but a lot of us are. So
yeah, and what's interesting about it is all the metaphors are always violent. I killed, I destroyed, I slayed. They're
I bombed.
Yeah, well, bomb. But even when you do good, it's violent.
It is completely. I know, right? You're right. I never thought about it that way. I'm so used to saying it, but yeah.
You won't hear too many comedians say, "Oh, I did terrifically. I killed."
No, nobody says that.
Yeah, I killed. That's what you hear usually.
Yes, I never say I killed though because I don't want to. I'm always trying to be better, so I never say I killed. Even if I kill, I don't say it.
You say I injured badly.
Yes, that's the woke version. Yes, yeah. So I left no crumbs.
This is all very long. You asked me an opening question half an hour ago about my childhood.
So good. This is great. I love your insights and I love what you're saying, and it all ties in because it's from your childhood, to your relationships and to your career, how it all ties in. It really. it's for everybody. It's like that. I think
Yeah.
it's all from your childhood. And I feel like until we face that childhood and the trauma that we were inflicted, we probably are going to struggle with relationships and even with our careers and why we're doing things, like as I become more healed, I realized that I was doing, I was a performer because, again, look at me, mommy, accept me, love me the way I am. And now my life after my cancer healing journey has changed into a whole different thing where I have changed my purpose. I still, perform, but I feel like that healing through cancer has definitely um, changed the direction of my life. Do you ever like feel like as you're getting more and more healed, you change the way you do things, or you change your interests?
Yeah. I mean, it's with me, it isn't usually super dramatic, but yeah. I mean, a little, um, I do everything slow. I'm not fast. I didn't get married till I was 42. I didn't have
Oh,
children till I was
wow.
47. I didn't fall in love, serious love, till I was 66. I mean, I
That's
do everything
great.
slow, but when I get there, I actually get there, and
That's
it's good
amazing.
usually. So,
Yes.
so I want to hear more about this. So, how would you describe how this whole cancer experience and recovering from it changed your perspective on things?
Okay. I think that before my cancer journey, I was doing things more ego driven. They were more ego driven coming from my ego, even though I didn't think so. And I thought that I was doing things to love and help others. I had that intellectual purpose, so to speak. And after cancer, that purpose to love and help others became from here to here in my heart. Like I know, I feel it, and everything I do, everything I say just is follows that purpose. And when I come from my ego, I'm very aware of it now, whereas before I wasn't that aware. And now my ego, we all need our ego definitely to survive, right? That's not a bad thing. Ego's
Especially in
not a
what we do.
Yes. So I survived cancer because I wanted to live. That was my ego. It's like, I want to live, that was
Yeah.
survival, sheer survival. But I feel like it elevated me to a place where I know and feel why I'm here on earth, what my purpose is. And I am passionately pursuing it. And I'm passionately just it just everything I do is tinted by loving and helping others. And if it's not, I correct myself, like, okay, Grace, that was ego. It's okay, ego, I hear you, you're there, but how can we make this more higher self? This action come from more my higher self than my ego.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, I don't, uh, my ego is still fairly strong, but I think with me, I think having suffered in certain ways in life, really suffered,
Yeah,
I think suffering has the effect of making you more sympathetic to people's plight, to suffering in the world in general, all kinds of suffering.
absolutely. Yes, more empathy for sure.
And I also think if you're really if you're really smart, if you're really smart, you know how little you know.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
What do we know?
yeah, I mean, because you see how big reality actually is,
It's
and,
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
and all the stuff that so it makes you. I think it makes you humble in a good way.
Yes.
It makes you realize that there's a lot you don't know, and also there's no one answer to a lot of things. There's a lot of ways that can work.
Yep.
All different, orientations towards things, all different methods, all different, you know. I used to think in acting that there was like a perfect way to do something, but there isn't. There's a lot of ways that are
Absolutely.
all good.
I
And
agree.
you know, that one way might suit one person, that certain strengths that that person has. Another person, you know, something else they can do well. So and you know, people, I don't know, you can enjoy, it's, for me anyway, I can enjoy people at different levels, different in different situations. You know, I like to play cards. I like to play poker. I have friends because of that. I have many friends from work, from, you know, movies and television that I work in, friends I went to school with, friends that I'm friends with because uh, we were in bands together when I was a kid. You know, I played rock music and all that. You know, friends that I just made more recently just because they're interesting to me in some way or other. But, you know, but people have different things to give and to offer, and um, life is not easy for anybody.
Oh no,
Not
that's a
easy for
fact.
anybody. And I think, you know, when I did those steps, it's a very interesting experience. And the guy who took me through the steps was a guy who had a really profound effect on me. He really opened my mind up. And one of the things that he said that was very useful to me is that the steps are all about finding a higher power or God,
Mhm.
something bigger than yourself that you can commune with, and you can, you know. And he said to me something that was very, I hadn't heard before, and it really got to me. And what he said was, you know, most people, when they think of God or when they try and find a God, they think of prayer, and they think of prayer in the sense of desiring something and putting words to it, the desire for something. You know, I pray that my cancer goes away. I pray that I get this part. I pray that I pray that my kids are okay. I pray that my parents are healthy. Sometimes I pray that somebody at work doesn't get promoted, and I do. I pray for, you know, all kinds of
Yeah.
whatever. What he said is, instead of doing it that way, where it's kind of a one-way monologue, he said, try reversing it, and
Mm.
instead of saying, "This is what I want from you," ask God, "What
Mhm.
is it you want from me?"
Ooh, ooh, I
Yeah.
like that.
I'm here on this planet. I didn't bring myself here. I wound up here.
Right.
If you are real, and I don't know if you are real, and I'll never know until maybe after I'm dead, or maybe never. If you, but if you are, I'm just going to empty my mind and allow my heart to open. And let me
Yeah.
ask you this question: what is it you want of me in this life? And in about 10 seconds, I got an answer.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me.
Uh, be a good man.
Ooh.
Meaning, moderate your selfishness with the desire to help other people. Understand that suffering is universal, and
Mhm.
do what you can. You don't have to sublimate your own needs, but don't put them ahead of everybody else's.
Ooh.
Be kind.
Yes, that's so important.
Be kind.
Yes.
That sounds simple, but it's a
It's
life's
it's a
work.
it's a lot.
It's a life's work.
Absolutely.
Um, and that changed the way I thought about everything.
Absolutely. And I love that you said empty your mind and your heart. And do you remember I was telling you I thought I wanted to help love and I was loving and helping others, but then I felt it. They say the heart has intelligence, by the way, not the physical organ, but the spiritual heart has
Mhm.
intelligence. And so, yeah, it's when you just stop thinking and you surrender, kind of like, okay, whatever, it's the answers come to you. And I done that a lot during my cancer healing journey. I call it my cancer healing journey. I'm cancer free, by the way, so I'm good.
That's
Um,
great.
thank you. Yes, I was stage 3. That was very close to stage 4, which is the last one. Um, but yeah, because I was isolating myself here at home because it was during COVID that I got it, and I was doing the treatment, and you're immunocompromised completely. So I had a lot of time to think and meditate. And I learned to, every time my mind is like, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's like, shut up. I tell the thoughts, shut up, and silence, and I just breathe, because breathing helps your mind be quiet. And answers come to me, the questions that have asked the day before. And it's just like, just the knowledge and the answer just comes to me. I learned that during my cancer journey, and I didn't know that was possible, because I'm always, like you said, trying to think and figure things out and figure people out. And so I'm the same way. So I was always doing that. And when I stopped doing that and just allowed, you can call it God, the universe, whatever it is, just surrender, and like, just everything just comes to you so easily. It is incredible.
Yeah, I have a similar thing. I mean, when I'm troubled about something, when something is bothering me, and I kind of don't know what to do about it,
Yes.
I just kind of ask the question, and it usually doesn't take very long
Right?
for an answer to
Yeah.
kind of coalesce, and
Yeah.
sometimes I don't ask because I kind of know what the answer is, and I don't like the answer.
I know. Same
You know what I
here.
mean? But
Yeah.
it comes nonetheless, and
Yeah.
uh, it helps a lot. And I don't, I don't know if God is real. I certainly don't know. But I can say that I do know that my life is better since I think of it that way, the way that we're talking about.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yes. Yes. Well, something that you can tap into, that is love, joy, peace. That's what I see God. And I see God as my higher self. That's how I see it. And my lower self is my ego. And that's quote unquote Satan, that what they call, I think that's what religion calls God and Satan, in my personal opinion. I'm not preaching or anything, but that's been my experience. So that God is accessible to you 24/7. All we have to do is, I think, tap into the frequencies of love, peace, joy, enlightenment, compassion. And if we come from that place, I think that makes our lives so much easier. And the answers will come to you like this, like the good answers, not the bad answers, ego driven answers that, are going to serve you. And that's it.
Mhm.
Right. I mean, that's my personal experience in this um, spiritual journey that we all go through, whether we, call it spiritual journey or not. I think life is a spiritual journey.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think it's all kind of like we were saying it a long time ago. It's all kind of what you're open to. If you're open to it, I think it is that way. I think even if you're not, it it kind of manifests itself some in some way anyway in your what you experience. So
Absolutely.
so when you apply this to your work,
Yes.
how does it affect it? How does it happen?
I think because I'm more authentic that way, by choosing to be more in my higher self than my ego, I think that the creativity flows even better. I feel that it's insane, like too much sometimes, because I'm open to it. And I think it has improved um, the level and the intensity of my creativity, which already was intense before, because I am 100% creative. Like even when I do business, I'm creative. You can be creative in anything you do, really, not just the arts. Um, but it just really amplified it, I think, because I discovered so many things, because I was by myself constantly because I was isolated in my apartment. And so I had so much time to reflect.
You mean because of the treatment and everything, or just because of
Treatment. Oh yeah, the treatment, chemotherapy is
very tough?
not for the weak, let me
I
tell you.
know, I know.
I always tell people, if you're gonna get cancer, make sure you're healthy. Because I was, a swim teacher. I used to teach swimming like in the summer. I was an athlete when I was younger. I worked out. I, ate healthy. Now I eat super healthy, but I ate healthy. I didn't smoke, no drugs, nothing, and still got it. But I think that all of that helped me get through the treatment like with flying colors. And the surgery, it was like I had a mastectomy and reconstruction, and it was like a 5.5 hour surgery. And my best friend who helped me, she took care of me. She was like, girl, thank God you were a jock when you were younger, because you're like, what is this? It doesn't feel like you had surgery. I was like totally fine. It wasn't the drugs, because the drugs wore off, after a while. But I was fine. I didn't have pain. I was like totally fine. And during chemo, I tolerated it very well, to be honest. I didn't have any major health issue, because a lot of people actually have
Oh yeah,
serious.
no, I know. How
Yeah,
long? How many bouts of chemo did you have to
I
have?
did 6 rounds, and I did immunotherapy. I did a year of it. And I was teaching swimming. I was doing it with immunotherapy. They were infusing me, and I would be like, I have to teach a lesson in 2 hours. And they were like, you're
What
great.
what is the immunotherapy? They give you
They give you stuff, it's that teaches your body how to fight cancer cells. I was triple positive, so that means that there's a protein in my cell that cancer fed off of. So this treatment teaches the body not to feed cancer that protein
oh,
specifically. It's targeted, and it's targeted therapy. So it's not like chemo. Chemo attacks all healthy cells that grow fast, and cancer because it grows fast. But immunotherapy just targets that particular issue with like HER2 positive status, that protein. That's what it targets. So the side effects are not as brutal as chemo. Chemo is brutal.
I know, I know.
It is.
I know
It's
somebody
like,
going through it right now, actually.
oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
A friend of you is going through it?
It's actually the husband of my girlfriend's sister. That's why,
Oh,
yeah.
ouch. Yeah, it's crazy. So again, by not just being isolated and by myself, but also losing all my physical things that I cherished, my breasts. I lost my one. I kept the other one. I didn't want to have so much surgery. Then my hair, I was so proud of my blonde. Remember, I had blonde, long blonde hair.
Yeah, I do remember.
I was so proud of it. I was like, I'm killing it. And then all of that, no hair, one boob completely gone, mutilated. And then, my muscles were like butter now, because chemo destroys your muscle mass. It's just, you lose, no matter how old you are, it will destroy it. So it was like, physically, I realized, oh my God, I was so relying on my physicality. And I thought that that's what got me love again, right? Part of what got guys to like me, when in reality that wasn't what it was. Maybe for some of them they're shallow, but so just losing all my physical stuff that I cherished, and then being by myself, it was like a whole different world. Like I faced a whole different reality.
Hmm.
And when you face a new reality like that, you're like, okay, am I going to be miserable through this and feel sorry for myself? Or am I going to just deal with it and be joyful all along the way, with crying in between? When I looked in the mirror, I would be like, oh my God, I look horrible. I look like a 93-year-old alien.
Well, you look great now.
Thank you. My hair is coming back. It's growing really nicely, but I used to have curly hair. Now it's kind of straightish. I have no idea what to do with this hair. I have no
Hmm.
how to deal with straight hair. It's so weird. But yeah, but that's to answer your question. Yeah, that's it was pretty intense to lose everything and reassess your life,
I bet.
right? But you had health issues too.
I have. I had actually had a very serious accident earlier this year.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. What
Oh,
happened?
okay, now, but it was well, I won't go into it too deeply, but I had a bad fall and it broke my arm. I broke my shoulder, but what they didn't realize at the time was that I had an ulcer in my esophagus and it tore open.
Oh
So I almost died from internal bleeding. I had to have 6 transfusions, and I was in the hospital for
my
7
God.
days, and it took me a few months to get back to my normal strength. I was, quite ill for a while,
Oh
but
my God. I'm so happy you're okay now.
me too.
Oh my
Me too.
God.
But it really, it was interesting because um, I didn't really realize at the time how serious it was. I
Yeah.
mean, my girlfriend was there and my son was there, and I kind of, well, as soon as I got to the hospital, the guy said to me, "Do you have a not a living will? I forget what they call it.
I know, right? So creepy. Yeah, like
Yeah,
the thing, the health thingy.
the
Yes,
first
I know
school,
what
yeah, advanced health directive. Like that was the
yes,
first
there
thing
you go.
right. So I thought, well, maybe I'm not in good shape. But what happened is, as I was like laying there, and I'm terrified of doctor. I'm really
Yes,
hypochondriacal. I hate
yes.
doctors, hospitals, all that stuff.
Hospitals. Oh my God. I panic in hospitals. I
Me
cry
too.
all day.
Me too. But this sort of got me over that, at least for a time, because I was, helpless. I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
But what was funny was when it was really kind of like I was made peace with it, and I said, okay, well, if this is it, I
Yeah.
didn't worry about me. I worried about my son and my girlfriend. That's
Mhm.
what happens to you. You don't.
Yeah.
You think, oh,
Yeah.
well, what about them? It was interesting. You don't panic. At least I didn't.
Not at all. You surrender to that feeling that you
Yeah.
can, be gone. And
Yeah, what happens is you get the feeling like it's like now thinking back about it, it terrifies me. But at the time, it was like, well, this is just another thing that happens to you in life. That was what it felt like.
yeah. Did you
But
know you had that ulcer in your and you never had like problems or anything?
didn't hurt at all. It was the weirdest thing.
Oh, that is so
No,
weird.
I had to take I used to have a lot of heartburn. So I
Yeah.
took this medicine to get rid of the heartburn.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any pain. I don't know what, but I had they scoped me and they said, and what happened was after I broke my shoulder, I came home and I was taking painkillers because the shoulder was badly broken. So they
Yeah.
gave me I can't think what it's called. It's the painkiller. It's the strong painkiller they always give everybody. Uh,
Yes.
it's highly addictive. Anyway, it kind of zoned me out. My I was kind of like high,
Yes.
and I was bleed. There was blood coming out of my nose and my mouth, and it was black blood.
Oh my God.
And my son said, "Dad, I don't." He was my son came from back
Yeah.
from college. He said, there's something coming out of your mouth, and I was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's okay." I was like, I didn't.
Yeah, you were totally out. Yeah, I get
Right,
it.
and then he called the doctor, and the doctor said, "Get an ambulance right now, like this second." So they put me in an ambulance, and I went to the hospital and da. But I'm lucky that my son was here because
Oh,
I
yeah, you wouldn't have done
yeah,
anything
no,
because
no,
you didn't know. Yeah.
no,
Oh my God.
yeah.
That is insane. Oh my, I'm so happy you're well.
Thank you. Me too. I'm very
Oh my,
grateful, and
oh,
I've known for a long time that it doesn't go on forever, but
yeah, but when you hit that mark, that you can
I'm not quite
pass
I'm not
on,
quite
it's like,
ready. I'm
uh-oh.
not, yeah.
Yeah, like a
Now
little,
now looking back, it scares me, but it didn't at the time.
yes. Oh yeah, when you look back, you're like, how did I do that? But you're chill when you're there. It's almost like whatever. I was so like, whatever, it is what it is. I'm just gonna get through it. It's okay. But now I look back, I'm like, how the hell did I do that?
Yeah, it's weird how that
No
happens.
idea.
Yeah. It's funny, I used to be hypochondriacal, but now that I'm older, I have so many problems that it's no longer hypochondria. I'm just nervous, because I have the real things wrong with me.
Yes, I can totally relate to that. Let me tell you, after cancer, it's like I have a pimple. I'm not joking. And I'm like, I call my oncologist, like I had a cough. Okay. And it was basically from COVID. I had COVID in August, and I had and I was like, oh my God, my cancer went to my lungs, So I called my oncologist, not even the GP. I go directly to my oncologist, and I'm like, I think I might have lung cancer. So we do an appointment, and she asked me questions. She's like, honey, I don't think you have it, but if you want, I'll order a CT scan. I'm like, yes. So this week I had a CT scan for my lungs, and I have nothing. The cough is gone now. But it's you know how it is, right?
I
But now
really
before,
do.
yeah,
I
before I
really
would just
do.
Google it. Now I'm like CT scan, PET scan, MRIs. I just want the whole thing. It's crazy because I know that, shit can happen. Like you didn't know you had your ulcer in your esophagus. It's the
No,
same with cancer. You don't know you have it.
hypervigilance doesn't really help. It's you can't can't help it, but it doesn't really help because you'll always find something. If you look at enough MRIs or there's always find something that's a little
Yes,
abnormal. Everybody
of
has it.
course. But once you had cancer, it's like now because I didn't have any symptoms or anything. So now I am completely hypervigilant. It's hopefully it'll go away with time. But yeah, no,
How
MRI.
did you find you had it? Did you have it from an exam, or did you found like something you felt something?
No, I actually in 2018 was my last mammogram, and then I was due for one every 2 years. They had because I had no risk for breast cancer, no breast cancer in my family or
You're not
whatever.
supposed to get one every year? I don't
No,
know.
every 2 years they had me. Yes, so I was due in 2020, and 2020, was a mess. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'll do it. And I did in 2021 in April, and they were like, you have to come back. They did an ultrasound, then they did a biopsy, and yeah, that's when it happened. I had zero symptoms, probably a little bit of fatigue, but I can't tell the difference between,
Well, everybody has fatigue sometimes.
yeah, I mean, it's normal to have it. And I did have some weird rashes in my skin that would come and go. I think it was my immune system trying to fight it, but that was it. Nothing.
Hmm.
Nothing. And yeah, it's so same with you. It's so freaky. That freaks me out about our bodies. It's like anything can be happening and brewing right now, and we have no clue.
Well, I mean, people develop cancer cells all the time, and they're
Yeah,
taken care of by your
your
immune
immune system.
system
Hmm.
if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, it's totally a crapshoot. I'm learning that cancer is a crapshoot. 50% of Americans have a bout with cancer in their lifetime. Total crapshoot.
Wow, is
I
it that
know
young? Amazing.
50%.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really weird. But now with the treatments and everything, it's not bad. It's not as bad as it used to be honest. But before we go, I wanted to ask you, um, what is your state of grace, first of all? And do you think you have reached your state of grace, your ideal state of being?
Ideal state of being.
Yes. What is your ideal state of being?
Well, I'm not sure. I have to think
Really?
about that. Yeah. I mean, I think, well, Freud said, I think rightly, that the two necessary ingredients for a good life are love and work.
Mm, I like that.
I think if you have health,
Hmm.
uh, that if you don't have health, nothing else matters. You don't
Yeah,
have health, all the good things you have kind of cease mattering.
absolutely.
So this is assuming that you have health.
Yes.
I think for me, what's important? The people I love are important. I have
Okay.
2 kids. I have a girlfriend that I love. I have a lot of friends that I love. Uh, I even love my ex-wife.
I totally understand that. Yes.
Um, and their welfare, especially the welfare of my children, is a big deal to me. In my own life, I'd like to be as healthy as I can,
Hmm.
physically healthy and mentally healthy. I'd like to continue working because I like working, and I like I mean, even at this stage of my life, I'm lucky that there's still, demand for my work, which I enjoy, and it makes me feel good. And there's that, and I have love, a deep love with somebody now that's, um, it's this kind of love is a new thing for me, believe it or
That
not.
is so great.
It really is. So, and I'm finding it's not easy sometimes, but it's wonderful. It's wonderful. So, I'm not sure what's ideal, but that's like a lot already in terms of
Yeah.
my happiness.
It
You
sounds
know?
like you have reached your state of grace.
I don't know. I don't know what my state of grace is, but I certainly feel like uh, grateful for my life. I'm grateful that
Yes.
I'm alive, and I'm grateful for all the nice things in my life. The one thing I can say about life that's true, I said, and kind of said this before, is what I now know about life is that the things that are painful are more extremely painful, and the things that are wonderful are more exulting in their wonderfulness than I
Mhm.
ever imagined when I was a kid. Life has a lot in it, that's really
Absolutely.
hard stuff and really beautiful stuff.
It sounds like you've healed a lot.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Yeah,
I think so. I still have my buttons. I still have my sensitivities to things,
of
but
course.
I've gotten better about not resorting to so many of the unconscious things that I used to do in
Mhm.
response to them. It's still I'm in there pitching. I mean, that's the main thing in life. The main thing in life is um, I'm in there trying to make something, trying to make something beautiful out of life and out of my friends, relationships, and what I give the audience, and it's that's really a privilege, and it's a gas when it's good. It's really good.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think you've reached your state of grace. That's Dr. Grace's assessment. Um, but thank you so much, Fred, for being on the State of Grace today. I always love talking to you, and I'm
Pleasure
so
to talk to you. Thank you.
thank you, and I'm so happy that you're doing well, and that you've reached your state of grace. I'm very
Well,
happy.
back at you. I'm delighted that you're so well, and you're obviously, you look great, and you're doing a lot, and
Thank
it's
you.
nice. It's nice that in this day and age, we get second acts and third acts to life.
Right? Yes, absolutely. I am so grateful. Every day I wake up, I'm like, yay! I'm still here.
Me and my girlfriend are getting tattoos. I don't have any tattoos. She has a couple, but I don't have any, and we're both getting tattoos that say "Second Act, First Love."
I love it. That's great. Oh, here, Jose, I didn't chime in because I was too busy listening. Wonderful interview. Thank you, Jose.
Thank you, Jose.
Thank you so much. So, but anyway, I don't want to keep you like I told you like a half hour. We can talk forever. I know that you just great. So thank you so much for doing my podcast, and again, super happy for you.
Thank you, Grace. Lovely to be with you, and thank you, everybody listening. Nice to get to talk with all of you too.
Thank you. All right. Bye. All right, you guys. I'm so happy to hear that you enjoyed the interview. Fred, I interviewed him in, I think it was 2020 or early 2021. And we talked for like 2 hours. He's always a fantastic guest and he's brilliant. Definitely, if you haven't watched In a World, Lake Bell's In a World, you need to watch that movie. He is absolutely brilliant in it. Just watch it and you'll thank me. You'll thank me later. So now it's time for the after party. Yay, you guys. I'm so happy to be here with you. Let's see. Oh, here. You know what I was doing, Mystery Man? I was trying to put the comment up because I always engineer my own shows except for this one that I have my Mystery Man. And yeah, is that interview on your channel? Yes, it is. It's under the playlist of Love at First Laugh. It's the orange playlist. You can't miss it. So go under playlist on YouTube and just hit that one and you'll see it. It's right there. It's a great interview. It's like 2 hours or maybe a little longer than that. So yeah, you'll enjoy it for sure. So, okay, you guys, this is the after party. Get your drinks out. I drink water. You know me. I'm such a like so healthy. It's gross. I disgust myself. But okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Man. I'm just reading the comments. I'm not going to answer until you put them up. But
That's not a problem. But your outline says that do you want me to follow the outline? You have something there. Do you want
oh,
me to do that?
I do. Okay, production
I
time,
don't mind putting
guys.
the comment up. It's just that the outline says something else. Did you want me to put it up or wait till
Let
you
me
read the
see. Let me
comments?
see. Let me see. Oh, yeah, but let me talk about it first. Okay. Okay. Actually, can you put the picture up and they can hear what I'm saying? Keep my mic on, or do you just want to put it as the background?
Same as before. They will still be able to hear you.
Okay, cool. Let's do it then. Yes. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so this is a fundraiser. I'm very passionate about this, you guys, because it's for Fran's Place Center for Cancer Counseling. And Fran actually helped me through my cancer healing journey with my mental health. You definitely need all cancer patients and survivors, and actually caregivers and their families need help. And Fran's helping everybody, and for free. Which, because let me tell you, during cancer, like during the treatment, you can't work. I worked so little. I'm still paying my credit card debt. But it's so annoying. But she provides it for free. So hello, right? And part of the proceeds is going to go to her cancer counseling center. And this is going to be such a great event. Let me tell you why. Because we're not only going to do stand up, we're going to do sketch comedy, okay, with your favorite characters like Faru and Baru. Okay, Stephanie Tejada and Jacqueline Pizarro play Faru and Baru. And oh my God, Faru and Baru are so funny, and they're gonna save the bobs. Okay, that's their thing now. Save the bobs, and you're gonna love Faru and Baru, you guys. And then we're gonna have Racheta, Angie, and Bale. I play Bale. Angie is Jacqueline, and Racheta is Stephanie, and they're going to talk about how to be a gold digger. You can't miss that one. And then, of course, from the award-winning documentary, the Tias, Marisa and Consuelo are going to fight about something or some things, and then they're going to make up, and they're going to entertain you. We're going to entertain you with stand-up and sketch comedy, you guys. It's going to be so fun. You can't miss it. Okay, get your tickets now. They're only $27.50 for your whole household. It's a private event. There's a private link that I'll send you after you purchase the ticket. And you can get the ticket on fundraiserlaughyourcanceroff.com. It's super easy. Go to the website. You're going to see the flyer that was just up. And that flyer, you're going to see that. Just click on the flyer, and then you pay $27.50. They ask you to put your email in there, and then I check it daily. So I'm going to send you the link. The link is private until the day of the show, where I'm going to change it to unlisted. There's a whole thing why I'm doing that. So I'm not going to go into it. But so you will be able to access it like around, I would say, 6:15ish. I think I'm going to change it to unlisted. So please support the cause. We're going to have so much fun. I guarantee it's going to be beyond fun. Just you need to come and play with us, because I know we're going to have fun for sure. So, okay. So let me see. So I'm looking at the outline because I have so many things I want to talk to you about, and I have to oh, there it is. Okay. But also, okay. So I've been writing, you guys. Okay. I'm going to tell you what, I've been writing so much. I wrote 3 books. They're short books. Okay. But 3 books in like 2 months. And one of them is Breaking Free, A Journey of Healing from Narcissistic Abuse. Empower yourself with insights, strategies, and personal stories to reclaim your life. So basically, I teach you how to spot a narcissist, how to deal with it, and how to heal from it. And also I will include personal stories because that's my jam, right? I always bring you my personal stories and make myself vulnerable. And yeah, that's my job. That's what I do, you guys. So you, I'll spike your water with Tang. Yay, las tias. Yes, las tias. Oh my God, they're going to be so fun. Anything you're involved with would be fun. Oh, thank you, Jose. Thank you so much. Total. I'm making a heart right now. You can't see it, but let me see if I can put it right there. There. Yeah. Heart for you. So why don't you play the tias? Oh, okay. Healing from within. Okay. So there's also videos for this. You know that, right, Mystery Man? Healing from Within. That's another book that I wrote during these 2 months. And it has stories of how I healed after cancer. Of course, I did the cancer treatment and all that. I followed protocol. I did not play with anything like that. But after that, I had a couple of issues and I learned how to heal myself because, again, as I was telling Fred, I had all that time to meditate and just get in touch with my higher self and all of that, and learned a lot of things spiritually because that's all I could do. So I bring you my experiences and how I healed myself, and it's called Healing from Within. So that's another. And these books are only $5.99 because I want you guys to be able to afford it and get it. And they come in PDF. So you go to the stateofgraceshop.com, okay, which is my online shop. And the books are pretty much on the first page, I believe. And so you get a PDF copy that you can read from your phone or on your laptop, and I'm going to do audio at some point. But right now, just your PDF, $5.99. They're really good books. And I'm not saying because I wrote them, but it's because I'm bringing you myself, my whole experience and everything I learned so that you can benefit from my experiences. So the other book that I wrote that has been in the works for quite a while is Get This Off My Chest, because I had breast cancer, ha, 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 right? And A Journey of Healing, Empowerment, and Unstoppable Joy. So it also has personal stories and how I kept my joy through this journey. And also it has pictures. So you get to see my bald head and some other things. But anyway, so that's another book. So there's 3 books: Get This Off My Chest, Healing from Within, and Breaking Free. So those 3 books, feel free to purchase them at thestateofgraceshop.com. And I bring them to you with much, much love. Yay, audio soon too. Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to figure out which platform would be best because let me tell you, Jose, I did some, my other books, I published 3 books, self-published on Amazon. And I don't know, but something's weird, man. Like I don't know. I don't feel like they're paying you the right amount or they keep a lot of the money. And so I'm like, I want to do Audible, but then I know I'm not going to get anything from it. And so people also have to be subscribed to Audible. So I'm trying to figure out a way where I can do it in an MP3, but also you can listen to it like in your car or something. So my nerd self is going to figure out a way where you can, of course, if I do an Audible and MP3, you can hear it, listen to it on your phone and on your laptop. But I also want to have, when in your car you have all your apps there on the screen. Like I want you to hit an app and like be able to listen to it or do something. So anyway, but I will tape it. I just have so many things to do, but I will definitely tape it myself. I have all the necessary things to do it. What I do is I go in my hallway because it's like almost like a closet, right? And so I go in there, and that's how I tape all like my auditions, like my voiceover auditions and all that. So, but anyway, so those are my 3 books, and I do have some videos that I produced, you guys, that tell the story of how I came about writing the book and the experiences. So why don't we roll the GTOMC video, Mystery Man?
You're at number 6 right now, boss. That one is further down on your outline. You
It
have
is?
the Tias, yes.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
You make the call. I'll
Okay,
grab
no,
it, but
let's roll the books
I'm
and then the
just
yes.
you
We
setting
can
up.
do it later. We can do it later. So roll the GTMOC, whatever, get this off my chest. That's how I labeled it. So go ahead and roll that one. And so they get the full story of how I wrote that book. Life hit me with a storm I never saw coming. Stage 3 breast cancer. But let me tell you something. When the storm passes, something beautiful can emerge. I know because I lived it. Get This Off My Chest is my story of transformation. It's about finding peace, joy, and positivity in the middle of the hardest battle of my life. This book is for anyone who's ever felt overwhelmed by life's challenges, especially when it comes to your health. It's not just another cancer memoir. It's a guide to reclaiming your life, your joy, and your power. When I was going through cancer treatment, I made a choice to laugh through the chaos, to surround myself with love, and to embrace every single day with gratitude. I want to share that with you. Get This Off My Chest is about shifting your mindset, flipping the script, and learning to find light in the darkest moments. Because I believe that transformation is beautiful, and every challenge, no matter how hard, is an opportunity to rediscover yourself. So whether you're fighting your own battle or supporting someone you love, this book is for you. It's for the warriors, the survivors, and anyone ready to live life with joy, strength, and a whole lot of humor. Get your copy of Get This Off My Chest. It's available on my online shop, www.thestateofgraceshop.com. Your journey to healing starts now. And there you go. That's the story of the Get This Off My Chest book, which I will make available on MP3 too. But right now you can get the PDF at the State of Grace shop. Go get it. Go get it. And again, it's not just for people who had cancer or are going through it. It's for anybody that wants to transform their lives. I'll buy you audio cassettes for your tape recorder. Oh my God. Remember how they used to like get tangled up? That used to make me so mad. Like my brother would steal my tape recorder because he didn't have one because he was younger, and then he would like mess up my cassettes. So I'd be like, ah. Maybe break it in chapters. Okay, like yeah, I could do that, I guess. Or oh yeah, like drop one chapter at a time. That's genius. I could do that on my Patreon. I like that. Jose is always giving me great ideas. Thank you, Jose. Yeah, that's very cool. And also it would be easier for me rather than have like to tape the whole book. I can just tape the whole, like one chapter at a time. Include a pencil if the tape misses. I remember the pencil. Yeah, my brother, I'm telling you, he missed. And I always was like, where is my tape recorder? Because it wasn't anywhere, and I knew where to go. I would go to his room and say, "Give me the tape recorder." Oh, no wonder my brother and I don't talk anymore. Anyway, that's a whole different story. But thank you so much, Mystery Man. And you know what? Why don't we roll the Tias? Because the Tias, they'll tell you a little bit more about the fundraiser. Let's roll it.
Marissa, from your favorite mockumentary, The Tias, me and cousin Consuelo are going to be making an appearance at the Laugh Your Cancer Off private online fundraising event.
And who's going to be on it?
Oh, yeah. So me and Marissa, our cousin Stephanie, our cousin Grace Fraga, Stephanie Tejada, our friend Jacqueline Pissarro, some guys named Faru and Baru, and yeah, Rachetta and Angie, our neighbor. You already know her.
That Angie. Ay, mi Dios. Es un desastre, es Angie.
And Rachetta.
Rachetta. Belle is going to be there to set the record straight with Angie and Rachetta, who think they know it all.
I can't wait for that one.
That one is going to be fun. And of course, we're going to be the stars of it because we're stars. Oh, why are my arms disappearing? Stop. Oh, okay. Stars. Like little jazz hands. Okay, I like it. I like it. Well, you're wondering like who is this fundraiser for, the private event? It's for Fran's Place Center for Cancer Counseling, which she helped my cousin Grace with her mental health when it came to her breast cancer journey. So she's very dear to my heart. I love Fran because she helped my cousin, and Marisa loves Fran because she helped our cousin Grace.
We love Brian.
We love her. And the tickets, you can get them at fundraiser.laughyourcanceroff.com. And it's very easy. Just click the website, go to the website, and then you buy, you'll see our poster. No, we're not on the poster, but like Stephanie, Grace, and Jacqueline are on the poster because apparently they're the boss and we're not. But that's okay. We're the guests. But that's okay. We'll take that. We'll take it. Yes. So you'll see the poster, and it's only $27.50, Marisa, per household.
That's cheaper than a pay-per-view, okay? And it's for a good cause. So don't be stingy. Help cancer out. Help the people who have been through cancer and their families.
Absolutely. And part of the proceeds go to Fran's Place. So please help us raise funds for Fran's Place, and you will see us there, and we're going to thank you. Thank you. We might twerk to thank you. No, I'm kidding. We might. Yeah, right. But anyway, thank you so much, you guys, and we will see you
October 19th on YouTube, 7 o'clock. Buy your tickets.
That's right. We love you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
There they are. The tias. I need to buy a new wig. Let me tell you, that wig is like a dead cat on my head. Oh my God. It's hard to like find that exact wig. It's that actually was a wig that they gave me during my cancer. They give you free wigs. And I was like, not for me, but for a character. And that's how Marisa's wig, not Marisa, Consuela's wig came about. So yeah, because I rejected it for me. But you guys, I know there's still people watching. I'm so happy you guys are here. Thank you for being here. And Jose has, how can I be an honorary Sabrina? Oh, there. Can you put that up, Mystery Man? You want to be an honorary Sabrina with the tias? Oh my God. I don't know. You know what? Maybe buy a ticket to the fundraiser and then play with you. I'm telling you. And I know you comment a lot, so they're going to play because you can comment on the event too, like while they're on. So yeah, you can be an honorary Sabrina. We'll name you. We'll baptize you honorary Sobrino. Sobrino, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, is nephew. So, and the tias is, of course, everybody knows that's the aunts, right? So, another, let me see what I wanna talk about here. There's so many things I know, and I'm kind of like altering the order. I'm sorry, Mystery Man, I'm kind of messing up, and I have the outline right in front of me, so I don't know why I'm messing up. But so I want to know how was your week, you guys? Did you have a good week? What's going on with your lives? Feel free to comment. And by the way, oh my God. Okay. So today I was by myself on Brain Babes Top 10 because Crystal had, technical issues. And so I was alone with Kathy McCauley, who's amazing. She had tons of people like commenting and stuff. And so we came up with, let me tell you what she's an incredible actress. She won a Clio Award. She toured with Tim Conway's son. She worked with like major actors. She's and now she teaches voiceover at Spectrum Laboratory, which is for the neurodivergent community, right? And we just hit it off so well. We did the top 10 phobias that the episode is actually available on under Brain Babes podcast playlist. And we did top 10 phobias that are like super wacky. You have no idea. You have to watch that episode. We just like had so much fun. We went on for 2 hours. And so now we're going to have a podcast together that's called Voice Inclusion. because she teaches voiceover, and all these kids that are neurodivergent, that are amazingly talented, they're going to do like voices and sing. And so it's going to be a great podcast, and it's going to be very entertaining. I know that most of my podcasts are like relationships and healing and all that and state of grace, but this one's just going to be plain entertainment, and just it's going to be super fun. I can't wait. We are booked to start, I think, November 1st, but we have not set it in stone because we need to book people and all that. So Kathy McCauley, look her up. It's the last episode of Brain Babes. She's hysterical. Oh my God, so funny. She said, oh my God, check this out. So she texted me, right? And she was like, oh my God, everybody was praising us and like how fun and funny we were. I'm going to read what she said. Okay, hold on. Let me get it. Okay. Oh my God. It's like, okay. She said, most all people said we had fabulous chemistry. The give and take was gold. Okay, here's the kicker. A very, very well-known actor said comedy gold. A very well-known, I don't know who it is, and I'm not going to ask her because it's rude, in the entertainment business. Who is it? Can you tell me? No, if she wanted to tell me, she'd tell me. So she had tons of people. Like we had literally like 15 to 20 people, like constantly. It was amazing. We had so much fun. And that was the ones that I could see, because I know we had on other platforms that I couldn't see because they were commenting too. So I'm going to let you know when that's going to be up. You guys are going to love our chemistry. So watch the episode. Definitely watch it. And let me know what you think about the episode. Comment. If you can comment. Okay, by the way, like, subscribe, and share if you want to share this episode. And leave comments. Leave us comments like on the Brain Babes podcast, on this podcast, whenever you watch anything, because that helps the algorithm. It helps my channel grow. And, and the more I grow, the more I can send the messages that we have all these wonderful guests and all these, messages of love, healing, and joy and all the good stuff. So help us grow. And when I say us, I mean me. Let's see. This weekend I watch M3. Oh, Melamed. Fred, yes. Love it. Yeah, you're going to enjoy that interview for sure. It is. But let me tell you, the phobias, you're going to be like, what the hell? The phobias are like insane. I'm not going to tell you any because I'm tempted to, but I'm not going to. So you watch the episode. I was like, oh my God. And then everybody was tuning in, like all the phobias that they have. And then we were talking about our phobias and, Kathy and myself. It was such a great episode. I had a blast today. So check it out, you guys. So yeah, let me know how your week went. You haven't told me. How was your week, Jose? And if you're too shy to comment, I totally understand. And I love you and appreciate you being here. If you want to comment, thank you. If you want to comment, all comments are welcome. And Mystery Man is going to post them. And I hate heights, but we'll get on a ladder. Long as I don't look down, I'm good. Yes, totally. I know. You know what freaks me out? It's kind of like a ladder thing. But like when I went to Mendocino, it's up in Northern California. And they have like cliffs, right? And so I would get like, my parents would go, I went with my parents and they were crazy. My parents, I was the opposite. I was more the parent to them than they were to me, because I was more responsible than they were. So they would go all the way to the edge and be like, ha ha, look at us. And I was like, no, I don't want to lose you two together at the same time. So they would do that to me. And I have such a phobia. Oh my God. I don't even get near, because I know if I look down, I feel like I'm going to jump or something. I'm scared. I'm so scared. I don't know why I feel that. It's so weird. It's not even scared of heights. It's scared of jumping. Is that a phobia? I don't know, but I'm scared of jumping. I have so many phobias, you guys. I also have the phobia. I'm a swim teacher, right? But one of my phobias is I can't go too deep. When the kids do the sinkies, like I throw the toys and they get them. And some of the older kids, they want to go 9 feet and get the toys. I'm like, you better get all the damn toys because I can't go under because I feel like my brain is going to explode. And so there's a limit to like the amount of feet that I can go under. Let me tell you. And it's like, I've lost so many toys because the kids are like, I can't get it. I'm like, so yeah, because I'm not going to get it. I'm definitely not jumping in and getting that toy. No, I feel my head is going to explode. Maybe I think up to 6 feet, I'm okay. But anything over that, jumping isn't scary as the sudden stuff at the bottom. Yes. No, the jumping actually feels like almost like a natural thing. Like I should be jumping now, like it's just an instinct. It's so weird. But then, yeah, no, definitely. Even if there's water. Oh my God. Have you guys seen those videos? Speaking of that. Okay. So it's all these people that do dives on like from cliffs way up there. And I don't know how they don't break a bone when they land on the water. Jumping is okay. Oh, I was reading the same thing. Sorry. I thought it was a new comment. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, like they do that. And it freaks me out. But at the same time, I love watching them because I'm like, I don't know why I love watching them. I'm like, they're so brave. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they have the balls to do it. I would be like, no, thanks. Passing on this one. But yeah, they have all these, videos, and they're not AI generated or anything weird. They're like real people jumping, you can tell. Because some of these videos, like I feel like the ones with the bikes, when they go like on a narrow path, I feel like the left side, like if they go like this and there's the mountain, like this side, it's like AI generated. I just feel it. I don't know why. It just looks really weird. So, but not these dives, dude. It's like they're diving for real. They're so diving. So I wanted to roll, by the way, if we can roll the Healing from Within, okay, because that's a book that's really cool. And it's the last book that I wrote. And it's short. Again, all my books are not very long. They're very straight to the point, very easy, fun read. I had people read them and that's what they said. So the things people do for $1, I swear, I know, right? It's like for views. It's like, you're not going to be viewed if you're like unalived at the bottom. Jumping off cliffs, literally, they do that. Yeah. You watch the same videos I watch. It's like on Facebook, they have a lot of those. I don't know why I'm on the algorithm. Well, I do know why, because I watch them. But it's like, oh my God, they're so scary. I'm like, kiddo, what are you doing? No. So scary. But then there's professional divers that do it. That's still scary, but at least they're professionals, right? All right, so let's do the Healing from Within. It says book Healing from Within. Lost many dollars paying them. Yes. All right, so let's roll that. Are you ready to unlock your body's incredible power to heal itself? Discover the transformative journey in Healing from Within. In this powerful guide, I share my personal healing stories and the science behind the mind-body connection. With simple techniques like focusing on emotions, Healing from Within will guide you to tap into your own healing potential. This is your time to transform inside and out. Whether you're healing physically, emotionally, or mentally, Healing from Within will give you the tools you need to sustain a healing practice and embrace your journey. Healing from Within, available now at www.thestateofgraceshop.com. Visit www.thestateofgraceshop and start your healing journey today. All right, so that's how that came about. And I've been busy editing little book videos lately. I edit all my stuff, all myself. And it's, I'm learning how to get better and better because I'm a perfectionist. It's very exhausting to be a perfectionist. And I'm always thinking, I can do better than that. I can do better. I can do better. Are you guys a perfectionist? Do you guys have that? insane gene of perfectionism. It drives me nuts, by the way. I wish I could be sloppier, but I just can't. I just can't. It's exhausting, you guys. But I wanted to tell you actually about something that's not exhausting. Oh, that's the sexiest pronunciation of www. www.thestateofgraceshop.com. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of www. Ooh, I'm going to start flirting with men. I'm going to be like, hey, www, give me your number. Yeah. Hashtag this is why I'm single. But anyway, yeah, thank you, Jose, for the compliment. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But I'm going to have a party. When is it? October 26th, you guys. Okay. So basically, the party to get in, it's going to be a private link again, right? And it's going to be on my Patreon. So if you subscribe for a month on my Patreon, not only you can access my party, my private party, but you can read some of my books for free. You can watch all my comedy content there. I drop videos twice a week. I mean, 2 a week on the weekends. And you can party with me. And I'm going to do these parties like once a month, but you have to be subscribed to my Patreon. If not, you can pay $5.99 as just to be at the party. But my Patreon is great. You will love my Patreon. It's all comedy content. There's a couple of relationship coaching things there, but it's mostly my comedy characters like Dale, the Diaz, golfing with Jose, and not this Jose, but another Jose. It's a puppet. It's a little puppet. There's like Consuelo's tips. Consuelo gives you advice, and then Bale on Louvre. And I'm going to start doing, I have 2 more characters that I'm going to shoot, you guys. One is Psychic Patty. She gets everything wrong and people call her out on it. And she's like, you did something wrong. So that's the basic thing of that character. And then Maurice, the French ladies man. I even have a mannequin. I wish I could show you a mannequin. Her name is Ashley. And he's going to show you how to flirt with a woman. She's going to have Ashley, the mannequin. I can't even tell you how ridiculous that series is. So all these characters I'm coming up with, they're living rent free in my head. And I am taping the stuff and I'm writing, comedic monologues or whatever for them or skits. So anyway, so yeah, I subscribe to my Patreon and party with me on Saturday, October 26th. Let's party. We're going to talk about shit we can't talk on here because it's going to be private on YouTube and through Patreon. Okay. So through Patreon, it's going to be private on YouTube. And so if you're on Patreon, you can directly just watch it. Right. So we can talk all kinds of shit. It's so fun. There's no restrictions. Okay. Like here, we have to use different words like unalive and, substances and whatever. But not on that party. So join me at the party. Yay. So puppet, no wonder you asked me once if I mind. You're so silly. I think you've seen Golfing with Jose. Jose, I think you've seen it. I think you've seen like an episode or 2. Yeah. And my friend Jasmine shot it because I bought a new 4K camera, right? And she shot it. We had so much fun shooting it. It was hard because it's like, I'm talking for the puppet. So she had to when I was talking, as the puppet, she had to just shoot the puppet. And when I was talking, as myself, shoot the 2 of us. So it was quite challenging. And we did, she did a great job. She did amazing. So anyway, yeah, definitely go to my Patreon. My Patreon is, if you can put that up, Mystery Man, patreon.com/the state of Grace Fraga. So that's my Patreon. Everything is the state of Grace Fraga, almost everything on all my platforms, the state of Grace Fraga. So yeah, subscribe to my Patreons, you guys. And if you subscribe, I'm going to give you a free gift. Yes, you heard me, a free gift. What that is, I'm not going to tell you. Subscribe and you'll find out. Okay. So I'll give you a free gift if you subscribe, and you can watch all the content. You can read some of my books, some of them, not all of them. And then you can also attend the private parties. Hashtag not a Diddy party. Okay. But still, It's good. It's a good party. It's a healthy, clean fun that we're gonna have. Okay. So so how about, let's see. You- Can you post that, please, Mr. Um, you'll call me and say, WWW, who am I speaking with? That's my sexy voice. Or WWW, con quién estoy hablando. Do I sound sexier in Spanish? I heard that before, but I don't know. Maybe because they don't understand what I'm saying. So I think Spanish is sexier. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's sexier than English because English is too nasal. And I feel Spanish is more like coming from your chest voice. So es mucho más sexy. Yeah, I think it's sexier. Definitely. Especially the Argentine accent. I think it's very sexy to me because I grew up in it, right? And those were the first boyfriends I had. So it has to be, oh, geez, bilingual. Yes. Sí, soy bilingüe. Hablo español, hablo inglés, hablo también francés y italiano. I speak 4 languages, baby. I don't look smart, but I'm very smart. I know, I know. So okay, so now you know what we can do so that people will get a feel for like what's on Patreon. How about we roll the Patreon one, the one that's just says, I'm not gonna say the word because of YouTube, Patreon. So let's roll that. There you go. That was a sweet and quick one. That was one of my first videos that I did. Do you see the difference? Like the healing from within was like one of the last ones, and this was one of the first ones. So I think I've improved. I'm pretty proud of myself. Let me see. Okay, so the other one that I wanted you guys to really look into, if you've had experience with narcissistic abuse, I have a book that's called Breaking Free from Narcissistic Abuse. And I think that Mystery Man posted the cover before, the one that's more blue. So let's go ahead and roll that video so you can see what that book is about. Have you ever felt like you've lost yourself, like someone else's manipulative grip was holding you back from being the strong, beautiful soul you truly are? I take you on a journey, my journey, through the darkness of narcissistic abuse to the light of freedom and self-love. Through personal stories, hard-won lessons, and powerful strategies, I'll show you how to break free from toxic patterns and reclaim your power. You are worthy of joy. You are worthy of love. And my friend, you are worthy of the life you've always dreamed of. Let me help you get there. It's time to heal, to thrive, and to live life on your terms. This isn't just a book, it's your guide to a brighter, more powerful you. Grab your copy of Healing from Narcissism today and let the transformation begin. All right. So as you can see from all these books, I've been through a lot. And we all have been through a lot, all of us, different things, but we all, you know, everybody. And like we were saying with Fred, right? Like the longer you live, the more shit happens to you, right? And the more fabulous things happen to you. So, but I always wanted to use, you know, it's always been my MO to use the pain and turn it into something positive. And when I first started doing stand-up, that was my goal, to like turn all my pain into something funny. And now I do still do that. Of course, I wrote a whole cancer comedy special that's for later because I'm so creative. Like there's too much going on and to execute everything that I write and that's in my head, it takes a little bit longer. You know, I wish I had 5 of me, right? And So yeah, so the more you live, the more shit you're gonna go through. But now it's not only making people laugh, but also like helping people heal, which you can do that through laughter. But I think now it's more targeted to like, okay, this is an issue, narcissistic abuse. Let me write a book about that. This is, how I healed myself. This is the cancer journey. This is so that's what I'm doing now. I think it's more targeted and more it's different. And of course, there's humor in it. There's humor in the books because that's just who I am. Like, I can't help but see the funny. And Jose, you're very funny. Jose, you should try like stand up or something because you're really funny. And Jose, by the way, I'm going to plug him. He is an artist and his drawings are freaking insanely amazing. Like, I was blown away when I saw your drawings. You are so talented, Jose. Incredibly talented. So yeah, he's a fantastic artist. So okay, you can pay me later, Jose. Okay, you can Venmo me for advertising your work. No, but seriously, you got to do something with it, dude. You got to do something because you're amazing. You're incredible. But oh my God, you guys have been such a wonderful soul in giving people tips about negative energy people. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Well, we got to stick together, right? And help each other, right? To check for the plug. You can Venmo. Oh, the check is in the mail. I see it. I see it. I see you, Jose. I see you. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. But I know you guys, we've been like talking and talking and talking, but I think, Mystery Man, are you okay with a few more minutes, or are you like ready to go to bed? Mystery Man, I don't think he's even hearing me. He's not even listening to me. Only you guys out there listening to me. Mystery Man.
Why are you asking me? Just do your show. What are you talking about?
I know, but
do your show. What are you bringing me in the show for?
I don't know because I feel like,
Talk
you're
to Jose.
tired.
Talk
Maybe,
to Jose. He's listening to you with no shirt on.
Let's do an all-nighter. Oh my God. TMI. Let's do an all-nighter. Yeah, let's do an all-nighter. What do you think, Mystery Man? Are you up for an all-nighter? Oh, he's sleeping. He's pretending he's not listening. Turn this into a telethon. You know what? Maybe the private party can be like a telethon. Because I'm gonna be engineering that. I'm not gonna feel so guilty about keeping the Mystery Man on for a long time. Into a telethon. Yeah, like, you know what? I thought about that. Like, we could raise funds or something for like a good cause and do like truly a telethon. I think that would be fun. That's a good idea. What do you guys think? Would you be down for that? I think that would be great. That would be fun. I see that the people, let me see, are they still watching? I'm watching like on my little phone. Yeah, we have like the same people watching. So you guys are still up for, oh my God, can you post his comment, please, Mystery Man? You can have puppets in the background answering phones. Oh my God, Jose can do it. Jose can be, oh my God, Jose can be answering the phone. Hello? Let me teach you some golf. Oh my God, we can totally do it with Jose. I would buy new puppets, let me tell you. That's a great idea. I would buy other puppets and kind of hide like this and do the puppet. I do that on one of my fan sites on the OnlyFans. OnlyFans is my comedy website. It's not corn. Okay, but that would be so fun. Oh my God, Jose, you're brilliant. You're so funny. I would love that. I think that's a great idea. With the puppets and then the characters. It could be like a telethon of all my characters. Once I'm done like with Maurice, the French ladies man, and then Psychic Patty. So I have 1, 2, 3, Jose, Marisa, and I'm missing a character. Belle. Okay, Belle, golfing with Jose. We have the puppet. Marisa from the Tias. Maurice, the French ladies man. Psychic Patty. So that's 5. That's pretty good. You can have one puppet on the side just saying www. That could be a female puppet. www into the phone. Oh my God, there's more people joining. I love this. You guys are joining. Welcome to the after party. Yeah, where I'm drinking water. I'm drinking water because I'm so healthy. It's disgusting. It is gross how healthy I am. Gross. You guys, I eat plants all day. I eat freaking plants because I don't want to get cancer again. So I'm like, yeah, eat plants, Grace. That's going to help you not get cancer again. All nighter. Screw the neighbors. Yeah. You know what? I only have one neighbor. Because where I live, and I don't want to give away where I live, but I live in a very small complex and I'm a corner apartment. And so like I only have somebody below me, and then we're separated by like the staircase with my neighbor next door. So I only have one neighbor underneath. Like that's it. And they can't hear anything because I have carpet, because I asked them like if if I'm ever too loud or whatever, let me know. So they never complain. They're really cool. And so, yeah, I can totally like blast some music and stuff. Oh my God. Speaking of neighbors. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. So I posted this on my Facebook, like, I think it was like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. Okay. So this, I had a roommate. I'm sorry. My hair is like getting in my face. So I had a roommate who's my best, here's Grace's address at 555. Leave me alone. I'm going to shut up. That's hilarious. Yes, it is. $5 if you bang on the wall and yell, hey, I'm doing a podcast over here. Yeah, more like 50 if you want me to do that. But no, you guys, listen to this shit, okay? I live in Beverly Hills, right? By accident, because I am rent controlled and I'm not moving. You're going to have to like get me out of here with the jaws of life, because I am rent control in Beverly Hills. I am not moving. I've lived here for 12 years and I'm going to live here until the day I die. Okay. So anyway, so my roommate, who's my best guy friend, I've known him forever since we were young and pretty. We're both very beautiful and very young when we met, and we became friends. And so I actually met him in New Orleans, right? When I lived in New Orleans. And then she lives in Compton, not Beverly Hills. Don't Google her. You're too funny. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh my God. Okay. So my roommate, right, that I've known from New Orleans, and he's like my brother, right? So he moved in here because he had broken up with his girlfriend, and we went out for drinks, and he was like, I was like, where are you living? And he was like, I'm kind of living in hotels. So I was like, dude, why don't you come over, sleep on my couch, and like stay there for a month or something? We split the rent. That's it. And so a month turned into almost a year, right? And so we became best buddies. I love him to death. And oh my God. So anyway, so him and I would be very loud together. Like we would listen, we would watch a movie and we would just scream and laugh and stuff. He would blame it on me. He's like, you're too loud. You're too loud. I was like, shut up. You're loud too. Okay. So anyway, we would have the windows open. I swear to God, you guys, that a neighbor, and I know now who it was because she left. She went crazy for real. Not joking. So she called the police on us, saying that there was domestic abuse going on in my apartment because I left like a hyena when I'm with friends. I don't give a shit. So I was like, ah. He was laughing too. We were screaming, right? And so I was like, okay, when the cops, they showed up like with, lighting our apartment. And so they come upstairs, they knock on the door, police, open up. I was like, what the? Okay. So anyway, we open up and it's like, well, somebody said there was domestic abuse, and they actually kept him here, and they took me downstairs because they really thought there was domestic abuse going on. First of all, who calls for domestic abuse when somebody's laughing like hyena? You cannot confused. If somebody's attacking me, I'm not going to laugh like a hyena. I'm going to scream and use my Krav Maga skills, but not laugh. But anyway, that's another story for another time. So anyway, they get me downstairs, right? Like I remember 2 female cops and 2 male cops. There was a bunch of cops. It wasn't just one. And so the other 2 male cops stayed upstairs with him, and he was stoned. So I was like, oh my God, I was so scared for him because this was right after like the Me Too. And so I was like, oh my God, they're going to he's going to get in trouble. And so I go downstairs and they're like, I think I saw in that episode of Cops. Yeah, no shit. And so anyway, so they take me downstairs, right? And so they're like, are you sure you're okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm totally fine. He's he didn't do anything. I said, as a matter of fact, I think he's more scared of me than I'm of him because he knows I know Krav Maga. And that's not a joke. He is scared of me more because I'm like the older sister, the older evil sister. So anyway, so I was like, no, he's fine. He's like a friend. It's no big deal. We're roommates. And they were like, are you sure? I said, yes, listen, I do Krav Maga. I train in Krav Maga. As soon as I said Krav Maga, the female cop stepped back like, oh my God. So she was like, oh, okay. Like she knew I was okay. Like there was no way. If you know Krav Maga, let me tell you, nobody messes with you because Google it. Google Krav Maga. It's no joke. It's Israeli martial arts and they train you. And I can't say it here on YouTube because they're going to flag us, but it's rough. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. You don't want to mess with me because I am trained. It's almost like I go to an automatic Krav Maga mode. Okay. So anyway, which is great because it makes me feel very confident that nobody's going to mess with me. Can you put that? Well, actually they used to call it Krav Fraga. Is there medication for that? Actually, they called it Krav Fraga. Yes. He knew you could go full Fraga. Yes. And I'm Latina. So, Latinas, we have this reputation that we go wacko, but we don't. We really don't. But I would never hurt him ever, unless he's trying to hurt me, but he never did. So we're like besties. We did have a water fight one time. Yes, we threw water at each other. It was hysterical. And one time he was running down the stairs because I was like, I'm going to catch you. And all I had to do is like, I'm going to catch you like this. And he's like, screaming like a little bitch. But anyway, he ran down the stairs a couple of times. But anyway, Krav Maga. KravMaga. And by the way, that's not me writing it. That's Mystery Man writing all that shit. Does it leave a rash? No. Well, unless you mess with me, I might leave a rash. I don't know. Try me. All right. Yeah, I'm telling you, Krav Fraga. You don't mess with the Fraga, okay? And I'm fearless. I don't know about you guys, but like I've experienced this many times where if I feel threatened, I know I can defend myself. So I have absolutely no fear. Like, I remember this one time I went to the dollar store way back when I was even more broke than now. But I'm not broke now, but I was like, struggling artist, right? And so I went to the dollar store a lot. So I was at the dollar store and this young guy, I always found him in like the aisles where I was like, this guy's up to no good. I just knew it. I just felt it. And so he had like a little basket, right? Empty. So I go to the cashier, right? With my stuff. And he goes behind me with an empty basket. I'm like, what the? Okay. So I'm like, this guy is okay. So all I didn't do anything. It's an energy that you're a shaken soda just waited to be open. Only if they open me, which means if they attack me. That's it. If you don't attack me, I'm a good bodyguard. Like I know a lot of people feel safe with me around, which is hysterical. But anyway, so the guy was next to me, right? And so all I did was I was thinking, okay? And it's an energy that you have when you do Krav Maga. I can't explain it. It's something that because you're trained in such a way where like you have 7 people attacking you at the same time. I used to have panic attacks before in Krav Maga in the beginning because it's intense. So 7 people attacking you and you're like fighting them, right? So you reach a point where you're just so, your body and your mind is so trained that you don't even have to do anything and people get scared. It's an energy. And so I was like, okay, I know this guy's up to no good. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to elbow him. I'm going to do this if he attacks me. This is what I'm going to do. And so I had my plan of attack if he attacked me. As soon as I started thinking and maybe 15 seconds into it, the guy left the little basket and left. Now you tell me he could not feel my energy. And I heard they say that predators like that, they actually do feel the energy, and he felt it. Like, don't mess with me because I'm ready for you. Dollar store creeper. Yes. No, but he was up to no good. I don't know what he wanted, if he was going to attack me. I know he was going to attack me. I just knew it. And so I did all that. I'm so grateful that I learned Krav Maga. Jose just wanted to hug you. Now it's between Mystery Man and Jose. I love this. This is fun. We're like all pitching in. Are you bored, Mystery Man? Nope. You're not bored. Okay. I think everybody, we're all having fun and people are staying. I can see it on my little phone. But yeah, you guys, I highly recommend, maybe not Krav Maga, okay? But if you can do some kind of self-defense, it'll give you so much confidence that nobody's going to mess with you. I'm telling you, I am ready to whoop ass at any moment. Like, I will whoop ass. If you attack somebody like who is with me, I'm telling you, I do that. I did that one time with, I shouldn't say with the relationship, but 2 people, and the male I felt like was going to attack the female. I got in between them, facing the male, like, you do not mess with her. Like, I'm that kind of girl. I'm that girl. You want me as a friend, believe me, because I'm that girl. Nobody will mess with you. A friend of mine, Amy, I did that for her too. And I kind of like stood up for her because she was not doing that. Somebody that was really being abusive. And so then she said, nobody ever, because she talks like this. She's like, nobody ever did that for me. She's like, you're like a boyfriend with boobies. So I'm like a boyfriend with boobies. Nobody will mess with you guys. If you are with me and somebody tries to mess with you and you're my friend, or even if you're not my friend, somebody tries to mess with someone, somebody tries to mess with a kid, forget it. You're done. You're cooked. It's no, it's not going to happen. Not on my watch. Not going to happen. Did you see how my voice went down to my chest voice? Like, I mean business. Do not mess up with kids. Do not mess with kids. I will. Woo! I'm very passionate about that. Maybe it's my inner child because I was abused, physically abused with as a child. So I do not mess with children. I think it's just my inner child. Krav Maga. Okay. What is that? I don't get it. Okay, time for me to go. Gotta go, everybody. It's been 2 hours. Party, people. You gotta go. See, I knew it. Which voice? I have so many voices. Oh, the chest voice. Do not mess with my friends. Is it sexy? Like my do not mess with my friends. Yeah, I think it's sexy. I have many sexy voices, as you can tell. High pitched. Do not mess with my friend, okay? Do not. Why do I sound like a little bit like Southern? Krav Maga to you, too, Mystery Man. What the hell? I don't know what you guys are talking about. You're all losing your minds. Sounds like Jose. A little bit, right? Sounds like Jose. A little bit like that. I don't know. Jose's like this. Hey, what's up? Jose, you got to watch Jose. I think I don't have the video, but I'll bring it next time. Maybe I'll give you a little bit of Jose. A little bit, you guys. Because you stay after party and you partying with me and you're loyal. So I think I'll bring you a little bit of Jose to the state of grace. I'll bring you Jose. Yes. I love Jose. He's a lot of fun. He's a creep though. He's very creepy. He's trying to get in my pants. And I do like, I'm blonde. I wear a blonde wig for that, kind of like a dumb blonde. Like, I don't know. He's trying to hit on me. Everything's a sexual innuendo with him. Oh yeah. He's sick. He kind of reminds me of the creepy guys that I met. I think it's like a tribute to the creepy guys that I met my whole life. Jose saying www. Oh my God. Was that sexy? It's so weird. www. I know. I don't know. Huh. Can I go deeper? I don't know. Can I go deeper? Yeah. Okay. That's my guy voice. And my dumb guy voice. Hey, what's up? What you doing? Yeah. That's my dumb guy voice. I don't know. And most of the guys, when I date them, I do the dumb guy voice in my comedy. Oh my God. And now we're in a drag show. I know you are. Yes. Let me tell you, I would be actually a really great guy. I was told by a couple of women, like, if I was a guy, they would marry me. Because I'm a good provider. I'm protective. And I don't know. And I'm fun. I'm fun. My roommate actually, you know what he said? He said, you're never going to find, look how evil this is. You're never going to find a man. And I said, why? Because you are too much fun and you're too smart. I'm like, I'd marry me. What the hell? You tuck it well, my dear. Oh yeah, I do a great tucking job. RuPaul taught me how to tuck it. Yeah, it's easy to tuck. Let's put it that way. It's not a big deal. Are you really tired, Mystery Man, or were you just kidding? Let me know, because I you guys, I gotta respect him. I gotta respect his time.
You don't have to respect me. It's been 2 hours though.
I know it's been a long time, right?
And after 2 hours, an hour for the show, and then an hour after party. So no, I'm not tired. I still got 3 more shows to do later tonight. But
what? No, you don't.
Yeah, we always do. Anytime you have a show, we have 2 corporate shows and other stuff we have to do.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay,
That's how we roll, girlfriend. What do you think? I'm just sitting around.
But
I'm like, I gotta go to bed. I got stuff I gotta do. But the 2 hours, we did the 2 hours, and so yeah, I have to head out. You guys are having fun, and I could keep typing all night, but I've got a little bit I gotta get ready for the next.
No, I know. Well, that's why I've been asking.
No worries.
But
you don't have to ask. It's no problem. But after a couple of hours, I go. But I would keep typing, but I don't want Jose to get jealous because I want you to see his chest hairs. But anyhow, what I was going to say is, before I keep getting so, there we go.
And we have more people joining.
No, there is no overtime pay, my friend. I do this because I really love her. Because trust me, I do this because I love her.
I know.
But right now, I don't hate you, but I got to go.
No, I know. That's why I asked.
Jose, keep her company, man. Keep your clothes on. Keep your clothes on, though, bro. Keep your clothes on.
If I could engineer the show, I would continue, but I can't.
Keep your clothes on, man. Hey, all you got to do is come back on, Jose, and be with you all night. You got one chest hair. Bro, you got one chest hair. You need to move to Compton or Watts so they can show you how to grow some more of those. Then you can handle a woman like this. So I told you, don't get me started.
Oh, my God.
Me past 9 o'clock, you don't want to deal with me. So, like being in a comedy club.
I know.
All right, okay, you're doing great. Excellent show. But yeah, I gotta head out.
No, I know.
Tonight.
That's why I asked. Okay,
no worries.
You guys.
No worries. I didn't want to say. I was trying not to say anything. But,
no, I know.
What did he say? Wait. No, wait. Hold on. Let him get his blows in. What did he say?
Oh, round two.
Round two. Oh, he's talking to you. Ooh.
Round two.
Okay. A good time for me to leave. Protection needed.
Well, you know what, Jose?
So you guys have.
Okay, Jose, why don't you...
Sounds like a date to me. I don't know.
No, but listen.
Look, Jose, she said no. She said no real quick.
No, but I'm just... Let me talk to Jose.
Oh, you just stumped it to the curb.
No.
That's cool.
Listen, Jose, why don't you get a ticket...
Jose loves you.
...for $5.99 and subscribe to my Patreon for $5.99, and then we're going to party. No, but listen, we're going to party next Saturday, and there's no...
There you go. There it is.
Yes.
That's right. Exactly. Hey, why don't you bring him on camera? Jose, be ready to be brought on camera, and you can be on camera.
I know, right? I could give him the link. I know. He would be. You know what? Why not?
There you go. Hey, why doesn't he co-host the show with you?
I know. Wouldn't that be fun? It's
What
cold.
did he
That's why I
say?
bring a
What did he
jacket.
say?
What?
All right. First of all, I'm not really supposed to be in the show, but since he started, I just think he's funny.
I know.
So,
No, he's
so
hysterical. And he's
it's
so
cold. That's
talented
why I
for
bring a
real.
jacket.
Like he's a very
Yeah.
talented artist.
Yeah.
But no, guys, okay,
It-
if you want to continue to party,
He should draw some stuff
wait,
on his
let me tell
chest
them.
and take his
Mr.
shirt
Matt.
off.
Okay. Listen, you guys, if you want to party
Oh
with
my
me
God.
all night,
Hey,
there's no
hey, you're not that kind of woman. Don't I
stop,
defend your
stop.
honor?
You don't know what kind of woman I am.
I defend. Hey, I know because I already propositioned you 7 times. You said no, I'm not making you anything. Look at the look on her face. Look at the look on her face. That is just rude. I'm never talking to him for a week.
No, but seriously, okay. If you want to party
What?
with me, go to patreon.com/the state of Grace Fraga and subscribe for a month, and you'll be able to access the party next Saturday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. And we're going
Oh
to
my
party all
goodness.
night. I don't care what Mystery Man says. I am
That's
that
right.
kind of woman. We're going to party.
Oh no, you're not. I defend her honor. She is an upstanding, classy woman. Except for that night,
says that?
that night in Belize. That's the difference.
I'm gonna
Just
have a
make up.
character.
I'm gonna start
like,
making up
"Get
stuff.
rid of the hoe."
I'm gonna start making. Hey, you could do the. No, I better be quiet. Anyway, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, don't say
I don't want to
anything.
mess up your channel. I don't want to mess up your
Don't
channel.
say
Only
anything.
mess up our stuff.
Yes.
All right,
you guys.
I gotta go. You guys figure out whatever
I
you guys
know,
gotta
I know.
do. But
All right.
it's getting dark. It's getting dark outside. I gotta go get a tan. But you guys are you?
Oh my God, what are you on?
What do you mean? I'm like
high?
this all the time. Especially on a Friday. What does he say? The state prohibits. What does he say?
Okay, can I say goodbye to my
Wait, he's
people?
writing you so. Wait, the state
The
prohibits.
state
me from
prohibits me
taking-
from taking my clothes off. Let's go to
Okay,
my
that was funny. That's funny. That I like. That's good.
Yes. Oh my God, you
I'm
guys.
sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead. It's all yours. I'll be quiet. Bye.
Like, share, and subscribe. And definitely let's party. Patreon.com/the state of Grace Fraga. Subscribe for a month. You'll have free access to the party and watch all the comedy shows, all the comedy series, and read some of my books for free. Can't beat that. So you can just do it for 1 month, or you can continue after that, because I'm going to do a party at least once a month. And we are going to party. And it's going to be no cap. Like, we're going to talk about anything we want to, respectfully, of course, but we're going to talk about whatever we want to talk about. So, because that's going to be a private event, YouTube is not going to mess with us. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. And I love you very, very much. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your love and support. And I will see you. Let me see. What's my next? Oh, tomorrow at the fundraiser, you guys. If not, I will see you on Tuesday, Relationship Coaching Live. But just look up on the lives. If you look at the live lineup, okay, you will see all the lives that I have lined up for you guys, okay? And the private party is not going to be there because it's private. It's set on private. But go to patreon.com/the state of Grace Fraga. And for $5.99, you will be able to be part of the party and watch series and read my books. So can't beat that. You guys have an amazing night. I love you, and be safe.
Oh, you want me to end the show? You want me to
Yes,
end the show?
sir. Well, I mean, wasn't that cute enough? Oh my God.
It was
What
the
are
best
you
cue.
on?
It was the best cue you had all night. I just wasn't ready for it. I was,
Yeah,
okay, I'm
well,
still
I
goofing.
think
I was
according
hanging
to
out with
you,
Jose
you
because
are.
Jose is funny. You'll just like this guy. You ought to keep him. Put him on your payroll.
Oh, I love Jose. I've known Jose for a while. I love
He's
him.
a funny one. All right, that's all right. End of the show, everybody. All right, here we go.
All right,
Here we go.
can
Here
we
we go.
end the show? Best
He's,
trade
he's
receipt
still
ever.
typing. I don't want to end it because he's still typing. We don't want to leave him by himself. He may need company tonight. You may have to give him a private narc abuse coach
private party,
session.
yeah.
It's good. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll stop it. I'll stop for a minute.
Okay. Thank you, Jose. You're so funny, dude. I love it. All right, you guys. Bye. Is that cue enough, Mystery Man? Bye.